that. All right. Just got a lot of stuff going on all of a sudden once, right before this class. All right, so there's 6 elements in there. So the formula for two to the nth power. Okay, so that's how we find these. So for this one, it's 2 to the 6th power. And 5th power, 30. I think that's 64. Check it for me. If you got that, 2 to the 6th power is 64. All right. And so for this one, all right, so we got to put them in the right spot. That's going to be the challenge of Macarbard, because I know I've messed that up before. You got to make sure you put them in the right spot. So this is the big one, 64. And then the proper subsets is one less, because what you're doing when you find proper subsets is you're taking out the one subset that's equal to the set. So then that means there's one less. All right, did anybody else ever show up? Let me check. So Courtney, over to see. Natrice Russell is here. And Madison. Psych showed up. Okay. So Courtney. And what about Raven showed up? Okay. So Courtney is the only one that's missing. If I'm wrong on that, Courtney, type something out or yell. Okay. So what happened? All right, so we got 3 sets. We got A, B, C, and they all come from the universal set. That's what the universal set. It's the parent set, and A, B, and C should come from that somehow. All right. Now we're going to find these things and we're going to write it. And these are the ones that I tried to show you. You got to take them step by step. Like, for example, if you were told to shade this in Alex, the best way is just to kind of go through and just do it step by step. First find B prime, and then match it up with A, find the common elements because that's intersection, and then unit with C. So look at it and try to write it down. I'm going to write it down. What is not in B? So one of the ways I would suggest doing it let's see what. I'm going to go ahead and write these on the board. I don't want to spend too much time on them, but we do need to be thorough about them because we're about halfway. Actually, we should be able to make it because I want to be able to finish this before the. Okay, so it'd be nice if I could copy them and paste them, but it doesn't let me copy them. Okay, and I'll show you how I do it. All right. So I'm going to write B here. We might come back and put the other ones, but I just want to show you the way I handle finding the complement. All right, so if we want to find B complement, all right, then the way I would do it is like this. I'm going to go through and I'm going to take out the ones that are in B. Okay, and then what's left over, okay, did I get that right? So I took out G, H, P, R, and X, G, H, P, R, and X. And so what's left is F, Q, Y, and Z. All right. Now let me, like I said, it's going to be helpful to write A, B, and A and C now. So A is F, Q, F, G, Q, and R. C is Q, R, X, and Y. Okay. So once we got the B prime, then it's going to be easy to find what we need. We're finding C. And I'm going to have to write that in. That's the intersection. I got to write that because I can't type that. So work inside the parentheses first. All right. So we've got this, and we've got this, and we're looking for the intersection. So the only ones that are the same are F and G. No, that's not G. That's I'm sorry, Q. Am I right on the common ones between B complement and A? It's F and Q. Y is not in A. Z is not in A. G or R are not in B complement, right? So now I got to take this and join it with C here, and that will give us the union. In other words, it's the whole thing here. So I just got to put those two together. So it's F, Q, R, X, and Y. The only one that's common is Q, so we only need to write that once. So when we take the union, we're like joining them together into one. Like what marriage is. One person's got one set of traits they bring, the other set comes, and they both are one. Okay? All right, so that's the whole thing right there. That whole statement. So here we got something else like that. Let's see if we can do it. These are just time consuming, especially to show you, because I got to write them all down. Really to show you, I can't really work on the Alex screen. All right, so everybody's here. Looks like I see Courtney came in. All right. All right, so now what we got to do is join B union C, and these are just going to be a pain in the neck. And I'm going to write them down so I can, because it's hard going back and forth. So B union C means I'm going to put those two together. And I'm going to put them in order. K, you don't have to, but it makes them easier to follow. K, M, Q, Y, and Z. And then we got to take the complement. So and the universe is F, K. Let me try one more to copy. They don't want you to do that. I guess they don't want you to put them in the Google. I don't know how that's going to help you. If y'all figure out a way to do that, let me know. I don't think it's possible. I mean, what's it going to do to beat these sets in there? All right. It takes more time to less time to just do them by hand. All right. So just double check them for me. Make sure I'm right. I know you have to look at this one because yours would look a little bit different. But since I'm writing them down, you really, you got to check them. Well, I thought I'll just. So FKMQXYZ, B is MQZ, and C is KQYZ. All right. So the first thing we need to find is B union C. And so I'm putting together B and C. So that's K, M, Q, Y, and Z. Okay? So that's the first step. Now, what we're trying to find was this. All right. So, again, well, I'm kind of best to go ahead and do this like I showed you before. Go through and define this. The complement of this is go through and take these out and see what's left over. Okay. And what was the other one? It was B complement union C. All right, so what we got to have in order to find that is we got to have B complement. And so I'll use a different color. All right, if y'all got any questions, I'm going. Please ask, because I'm doing this for you folks. I want y'all to benefit. Okay, so B complement. So I'm going to take everything out. Let's take out the M, the Q, and the Z, because that's what's in B. So then what's left over are the other ones. Even the ones that's got the purple there are still there. So F, K, X, and Y. All right, so now I got to union that with this. Put these two together to find that. Oops. I can't believe I did that. And there's no forward on this thing. Okay, so now, as I said, we're going to put these together with the union. So we just got to put them all together. And put them in order, say, K, Q. They don't have to be in order, but it kind of makes it easier to do. So putting those two together, F, K, X, see, F, K, Q, X, Y, and Z. So that's it. All right. So it's another one that's going to take a year to do. I'm going to have to redo it, I guess. All right, so now, all right, so this one is coming from a Venn diagram. Sometimes these are easier, but again, it helps to be able to write them out. All right, so what do we do here? We're trying to find C complement. Let's just see if we can do it without having to draw these out. Because one of the reasons that you have Venn diagrams is sometimes that helps you not have to draw a thing out. Now, the way that I like to handle this is, and I can't really do it, it's hard to even do it in a classroom on the board, because what we should do is cover up C. In other words, strike out X, G, Q, and Z, and what's left over. You've got the, I don't know why I'm looking at that and seeing fish fry, but you got F, H, R, P, and Y. Because you got these four up here, and then the P. I just put them in, they're not quite in order, but I don't think it matters. I know it doesn't matter, but it makes me feel better. All right, B union C. When you're looking at that Venn diagram, anything that's in the two circles, it's B union C. I'm going to, again, put them in order. Doesn't matter, but. All right, so now here's where you kind of might need to think about things a little bit. The intersection between C complement, in other words, cover up C again. So if I cover up the X, G, Q, and Z thing, that circle, what's left that intersects with B is one thing in there. Make sure you understand that before we move on. All right, questions about that? Because this is C complement is the P and those four over there. So what you could do is B has P and X in it. So what is the intersection between PX and C complement? Well, P is the only one that's common. You can do it both ways, but as I said, is the only place where C complement is at. See this right here? What I'm like hovering over? That's inside of P. I'm sorry, that's inside of B. Oh, okay. You're saying in part A. Okay. Cover up C. In other words, play like X, G, Q, and Z are gone. Then what's left? P is still there. If you just cover up C, Then P is there, F, H, R, and Y. Because that's not in C, right? It's in B. It's what we would call in B only, is another way to say it. It's in B only. X is in B, but it's also in C. So X is not in C complement, but P is, as well as the ones on the outside. So there's C complement. Now, B has P and X in it. We didn't have to write that out here, but as I had said, is B union X is the things that are in all three. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's those 5. I just wrote them in order because I'm, crazy. Anyway, now the way we find this one is, where does C complement and B cross? And it's just at this one point. These are in C complement, but they're not in B. It's the intersection. So the only place that C complement crosses B is right here. All right. Anything else about that? Because I mean, we should be able to finish all these. Oh boy, some of these, like I said, are all right. So hopefully this one we shouldn't be able to draw anything out, so it'll make it a little bit quicker. A college radio station surveyed 360 incoming freshmen to see how many like jazz music and how many like classical music. All right. So how many of the freshmen like classical music? In other words, what's the count if you just look in the circle classical, which is the one we might call B, the one on the right? How many are in there? Okay. How many are in there? 86 or 99? How many are inside of B? Is it 86 or is it 99? How about both? So there's 185 people that like classical music. Good, sir. All right. Now, this right here is asking about the union. It's just the Alex way of doing it. It says how many of the freshmen like jazz music or classical music, and they always add the or both. But this is what we call in this course. We use what's called the inclusive or, so it can be one or the other or both. So when we get to chapter 3, which is logic, same or, it's one or the other or both. So they always say that because there's something called exclusive or, but we don't use it in this class. So it's 185. How many of the freshmen do not like both jazz music and classical music? First of all, this is a compliment when they say do not like both. Which are the ones that like both? There's 86 that like both, right? So what that means is it's the 107, the 99, and the 68. Because there's only those that don't like both. Okay, so what does that come out to? 274? I'll take your word for it. Okay, it's the 107, the 99, and the 68. So 106. Oh, it's 107. So yeah, 274. So everything but the 86. Okay, that's what we call the union. All right, that's all three of these. These people like jazz. These people like classical. And these people like both. That's what we call the union. It's in the three circles. Anything that's in either of the three sectors. Well, but they're saying here, and they're even going out of their way to do that, even they don't need to. It says or both. See that? This one makes system makes sure and tells you that, but I'm telling you, this is what's called the union. When you say one or the other, it implies both. So it's either one of these because these people like jazz or classical. They also like both, but they like jazz or classical. These people like only jazz. These people like only classical, but they always in this system say or both. All right. Hopefully we can finish this. Well, I have to go back and see what you're saying. It's not one or the other. It's got to be these three numbers added up because they like jazz or classical or both. So it's 185. I mean, uh, did I add them up right? Now I'm starting to doubt. I took some of his word for something. I can't remember. Let me go back. I'm trying to finish all this before. So 107, 86, and 99. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so you're right. 292. How did I get 185? Again, I was talking and. All right. So this is everything. The third one is everything but the 86. So just yeah, that was right because it's 360 minus the 86. All right. I don't know where I got that from. Somebody this one that told me, and I took my word. I don't know where I got that. I was just adding these two and forgot to add the 7. All right. All right. So this is the 3 Venn diagram. This one takes a while. No, this is a 2. Might not be able to get through the third one. All right. Let me just go ahead and make sure you don't know about this. I mean, I've told people, but I don't know if everybody's listening. And I think that's 50. Well, you gotta, you must finish it. I gotta put it. You're gonna get bounced out if you don't. So that's tomorrow. because since we lost that day, I don't mind giving you extra time. You just got to realize it's a holiday weekend, so you can have Friday and all that, I think, too, for as far as I'm concerned. So I think I got to the 3rd. But just let me know. You can let me know tonight, too, but I just got to know. Because otherwise it's set now. It's actually the 3rd. Because today's the 2nd. All right, so let's go back over and see if we can finish this, because these other ones are going to take a little bit of time. All right. It's going to do the same thing again. Where it like sits there. Finally. All right. So it says we got the information here. So 39 own both a dog and a cat. So that's going in the center. All right. Now, own a cat, it has to add up to 182. So 182 minus 39. So 143 goes here. Own a dog, 66 minus 39. Boy, there's that many cat people. And so there were 249, 241. So we got to subtract the total. So 32 out here. And then answer the questions. How many people own a cat but not a dog? Well, there's 143. That's the same thing as saying they own only a cat. How many own a cat or a dog or both? It's all three. So again, that's the union. That's the one that messed up over there. All right, let's see if we can get both of these in. I'm probably going to be a real long one there. A 3, yeah. Let's see what this other one is. That's another one. Let's do this one first, and if you want to stick around for the other one, I'll do it. This one is essentially one that's already filled in for you. The 11, you got to fill it in and then answer the question. So I don't want to rush doing that one because, like I said, it's going to take time. All right, how many freshmen? So this is just about the 3 types of music: jazz, rock, and rap. So how many of the freshmen? And it's talking about 649 freshmen. So all of these numbers should add up to 649. We're going to take their word for it. How many of the freshmen like rock but don't like jazz? So we got to take these out of the mix. So it's going to be these two here, 82 and 54. They don't say rock only, so it includes the rap. So 82 and 54 is 136. How many like, oops, what happened? How many like neither rap nor rock? Well, these right here, anything in the 2 circles is rap or rock. So the nor, are these folks that like jazz only and on the 102. So it's 149. 102 and 47. And how many like exactly 3 of these types of music? Well, there's exactly 1. So it's 47, 38, and 82. 47 like jazz only, 38 like rap only, and 82 like rock only. So 167. All right. All right. So that's a good place to stop. If you want to stick around, I'll be glad to go through that one for you with you. But let me know immediately about if you have an issue with the test. Like I said, tomorrow, because like I said, I'm hiding away for several days after. Because I got a class tomorrow. This at the same time, and you won't see my head until next Wednesday. Now, I don't mind extending this, so just let me know. But I need to know immediately. I'm not going to come in here and check on my mail or anything after tomorrow at this time. All right. So feel free to stick around if you want to. I'm going to pause this, set my time here, and not rush it because, like I said, I was rushing through those last few, and that's when you make mistakes. Okay. Now this one is a little bit different. And you got to figure out where to start. We got to find out, do they have one that says all? It's been a while since I've done one of these, so I got to think. These don't give you the 3. Probably what I ought to do is do it off camera and then send it to you. But the first one, what are you saying, Sierra? So that's the whole thing. Everything's got to add up to 686. Okay, 39 of the freshmen like both rap and classical, but not rock. So rap and classical, but not rock. Yeah, but we can't really use that one yet. But look at here. 39 like both rap and classical, but not rock. Okay? Y'all agree with that? So we can scratch that 39 off. So 81 like classical, but neither rock nor classical. I'm sorry, nor 81 like classical, but like neither rap nor rock. Make sense? 81 like classical, but they don't like rap or rock. So that's this right here. That's a way of saying they like classical only. 52 of the freshmen like rap, but neither rock nor classical. Okay? So that's saying that they only like rap. All right, I wish we could take these out. because they're just confusing. So we got rid of these two. So I think what we want is here. 121 like rock, but neither rap, but neither rap nor classical. So 121 like rock only. All right, so we use these two. We've actually got rid of everything here. Let's see how this helps us. 128 of the freshmen like both rap and rock. So 128 of the freshmen like both rap and rock, but not classical. So now we've used everything from here to here. So now we can start filling in this one. We know that 283 like rap. So this whole circle has to add up to 283. So I'm going to add up those three other ones. I'm going to add up those three other ones inside of the red circle, rap rock. So I'm 128, 52, and 39. And then I'm going to subtract from it 283. I'm sorry, I'm going to subtract that from 283. So that means there's 64 that like all three. All right, so where's another one we haven't used? All right, so this is the one we're going to need now. 609 like at least one of these types of music. So that means all of these have to add up to 609. So, what's the quickest way to do this? We could add up all the numbers inside, or so these all in all the circles, in other words, the union of all three, have to add up to 609. So this one is going to be 686 minus 609. And it made me think I made a mistake on that other one, Russian. If it said at least one, or I thought it said like one type of music, but if it said least, then you add up all the three circles like we're doing here. So I can't remember what it was, but anyway, that just made me think. Now we're going to add up all those, and that's about the best way I can think to do it, and subtract from 609. So add up all the ones we got inside the circles. So 81, 39, 64, 21. And as I said, we're going to subtract from 609. And there we got it. We got it finished. And then we're going to answer the question. And I guess that's the only question we got. How many of the freshmen like rock? Well, you just add all of those numbers up inside of the rock circle. $437. That's the only question they got. All right. So that's pretty much it. This one works a little bit differently. Like I said, is on the two set Venn diagram, you've got the bow, so you start on the inside on the